And we are live Monday night with the PMS show, the Paul Murray Show. And here we have Mr. Paul Murray.
Murray.
There's my check, Paul.
That was good.
Hey, there's the alert. I got it on screen. All right, that's what's up.
Paul Murray.
Murray.
Oh, that did sound pretty good. Okay. Not bad at all. Let me open up that window. I'm sorry.
So
I had the echo playing too.
So
I was
it's just-
listening to videos before.
It's
I
just
got
the
on.
three of us here now.
Hey, Lynn, are you coming on with us?
Hey,
We
Lynn.
got an invite to join us.
Yeah, they want me to send you an invite to come on the panel then. We may not even get an answer.
Come on in, Lynn. And make sure you hit that like button. We got 3 people watching.
So the
5
Corey
people.
Mano, how you doing?
Hey, Corey, what's good, man? So what's going on there, Paul?
Not a whole lot, just hanging out on today. It's kind of nice here, but if you look out here on the camera over in Canada, it's really dark. There's some storms coming out of the southeast going up through Canada.
Okay.
What's up, John
Pretty
Coopy? East Dad, how are you? Let me move the screen down here.
John Coopy, how you doing, John?
Now I don't have to look
Big
up.
John
This is good.
Coopy
East
from
Dad.
Missouri.
Yep. John, are you coming on, John?
John's like, well, I don't know where he is at exactly in Missouri. But I
He's
know it's like,
between,
what,
he's
17
between,
hours?
you know where Columbia is, or Missouri, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's
Yeah.
just outside of Columbia, between Kansas City and St. Louis.
Oh,
Okay.
on the far side.
Yep.
Because I know, like, my school is like 17, 18 hours from here.
Yeah. Well, I went across I-70 was when first time I went to Kansas City. And I made it to St. Louis by like about 7 or 8 o'clock. And I figured, oh, hell, we can just drive all the way to Kansas City. It's not that much further. Ha!
Yeah, who told you that?
So you
That's like-
thought, or
That's like
so you
five or
freaking thought.
6 or 7 hours. I got in there like 2 in the morning.
Oh,
Or
you
so
must
you-
have loved that one.
Corey Mano, he's over there where that storm is going through. He says it's 40-mile-an-hour gusts.
Oh, no.
That's right. There's a storm supposedly coming through the Finger
Drone
Lake, right?
shots.
Yep.
Hey, drone shots.
Drone shots. Hello.
What's up, Drone Shots? How are you, sir?
His dad said he ate too much already.
Well, it's a holiday.
Yeah.
And if you can get it in, get it in.
Next big holiday is until Thanksgiving. So
Nope. Halloween.
I think they're going to cancel Halloween.
No,
Man.
no.
Social distancing. Put the
No.
candy on a spatula and toss it
No.
across the street.
My birthday is on the 19th.
Oh, that
The whole world shuts down.
that's a national holiday. There you go.
Yeah. No mail comes that day. So what are you editing there, Lawrence?
What am I doing? It's
Exactly.
funny you say this. I'm about to post
Uh-huh.
on oh, here. This is how you can see what I'm doing. I'm about to post
Okay.
in NYC 5 Borough, a secret project I was working on. I just commenting, Anthony Charles, I thought you might like this. My version of Miami Vice. And
You got
that's
one
it.
of them suits on in the video
No, there's no
Oh.
guys with suits on and stuff like that.
with the
But
pastel colors
it's actually kind of interesting because
and
I
the
just
girly
got the
shoes.
concept. I saw the video, I saw the boat in the water, and that immediately came to mind.
Uh-huh.
You guys remember you remember Miami Vice, right, Paul?
Yep.
You know what?
Okay. Well, I just
A nice spot to catch boats from, Lawrence, but
where?
we can't really go over there anymore. On the other side of Randall's Island,
Oh,
near the bridge going into the Bronx.
near the Hell's Gate Bridge. Are you talking on
Yes, on the other side of it.
oh, I know where they have the three bridges lined up through there. You're talking
Right.
okay, on the north side. I think it's the northeast side of Randall's Island. That was where I missed that meetup. You guys went to that side of the island. Why is
Actually,
this
you and
taking
I
so
flew
long to
over there.
upload? It's only 4K, but then I am streaming
Yeah,
and I'm
but
doing all of this other stuff.
it's Facebook.
It's Facebook.
Oh
let's-
yeah, that'll take you a while.
it's a 4K video.
It's Facebook.
Well, let's go back to the Paul Mary show.
Hey
There
Herman,
we go.
Yeah.
Lawrence did get some great FPV at the beach. Thank you, John Coopy. I
There-
appreciate it.
therapy, is that once a week now, or you go more than that?
Well, twice a week.
Hey,
Twice?
Desmond.
Yeah, I go twice a week.
East Dad says he ate too much already. Dude, I'm making some
Well, that's what we were
Raised-
talking about.
short ribs in like a gravy. I'm gonna put that over some rice. All I can say is I've been smelling it for a while. I'm doing it in the Instapot. So it only takes 30 minutes as opposed to 2 hours. And when you say goodnight, Paul, don't be insulted if I just say goodbye and I'm out.
I understand, you got to get your feedback on when you can.
Listen, let me explain something. You're 100% right about that, sir. Now let's go back here to Facebook. Facebook doesn't seem to be responding. Changes may have not been saved. Reload, yes. I want to reload it and see if they put my video in. Because sometimes, Facebook screws up with the streaming. There's your boy. There's your boy. Experimenting with it back in the day, FPV.
Who's that? Paul's boy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So let's go back. I'm gonna
No,
try.
that's-
Actually,
Man,
I'm gonna
just
try then upload this video again.
him and your man Justin never make up.
Oh no,
You
no,
know that was so stupid.
it was. It seriously was. Now see, this one's uploading. You have the half circle. You know how it goes around, and then it's playable.
Yeah.
Now, the last time it didn't do that.
Hey, David, how you doing, buddy? I sent you
David. David.
Hi, Herman. Hi, Lawrence. Hi, Paul.
Hey, there he is,
how
David.
are you, sir? How are you, mate?
Good, David.
I'm totally hacked off because I'm not away in the motorhome.
He's
Guess
home.
when I got back? Lunchtime today.
Okay.
Hi, John Coopy, Drone Shots, East Dad, Corey Mano, Lynn. Who else is in there? That's all. Oh, I'm in top chat. That won't help.
Yeah, John, we all wish you luck. He's going to use his Mavic Air 2, and he's going to put it up in the air, and it's going to film him flying the XKX450 plane.
And that XK450 is probably modded to goodness. the amount of time he's had it.
Yeah, get some good video, my friend.
So how are you, David? What's going on your side of the hemisphere?
Not a lot, really. We're home from lunchtime. I only got to fly one day. I was only away Thursday night, Friday, Saturday. We ran away while the Sunday and today, sorry. We ran away while there's some wiring being done on the house. And Craig looked after that, and he's done a grand job. Well, he was only supervising.
Okay.
The
You said you're
electricians came in.
home for lunch now?
Sorry?
No, he got home at lunchtime.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you're home for lunch now.
No,
No,
Yeah,
no.
so late. That would be so late, you
Yeah.
know?
yeah, because it's
Well,
10,
you know,
it's 10,
confused about the
almost
time.
10:15 there PM,
Yeah.
right?
If I hadn't had my lunch, I'd I'd be jumping up more than the bit by now, I tell you. Yeah.
Understandable, understandable.
So
I-
more
I
breakfast
got
stuff.
to fly one of the things I wanted to
Oh,
fly with
shoot,
the
be
Air
right
2,
back.
Okay.
and I'm planning on flying one of the other things I wanted to fly it next weekend.
Okay. Is it okay if we ask what are these things you wanted to fly?
Yeah. One of them was something called Bow Fiddle Rock, which I flew at the weekend. And
Okay.
the Spark just didn't have the range. That's the problem. Didn't have the flight time
Mhm.
to get to it. Now, the Air 2 has got the flight time, but it doesn't need it because
How
it's got the
far is it?
speed. Huh?
How far is it?
It's within visual line of sight. About a mile and a bit.
You know, the whole visual line of sight thing is the most misinterpreted thing.
I
when it
can
comes
see
to
Mars through a
flight.
telescope. Is that visual line of sight?
No,
No, not
Remember
according to
someone-
our rules.
I
It's
remember
not.
No.
someone mentioning that,
no,
Yeah.
it's not.
Desmond.
No, but you know what is funny though about that though, Lawrence?
Huh?
From here in Brooklyn, right? There
Yeah.
are buildings in Manhattan, depending on where you're standing, that are in visual line of sight.
Yeah.
Although they are miles away,
True. This is true.
they're in visual line of sight. Now, if your drone technically was that big, then you'd be able to fly it miles away.
Yeah. This is true.
I
Then if your
wasn't
drone was,
miles away.
but then if your drone was that big, you'd be inside that heifer.
But yeah, I'm listening, David.
Yeah, no, it's basically over the sea, not doing
No, I
anybody any
understood what you
harm.
meant.
Yeah, and I flew it. I've done it. That's all I needed to know. I drone
Oh.
shots, and the next one is actually not that far away. And the Spark, I've flown to it with the Spark,
Okay.
but you've literally got to turn around and come straight back because you're going to be out of battery by the time you get back if you don't.
Wow.
And it'll just allow me to shoot. It's a castle on an island, and it'll
Mhm.
allow me to shoot it properly.
Okay.
Wow.
So you got videos coming then.
Well, I've done Bow Fiddle Rock, and I'll do the video for that's weeks away yet. But
Okay, it worked, Herman.
and then I've got there'll be a video at the weekend. But yeah, the Bow Fiddle Rock one, I was actually quite pleased with it because it was something I wanted to do, and it tested the limits of the drone as far as I want to fly it.
Okay.
Yeah. It would go a lot further, let's just say, if I wanted it to. Even in the what they call the CE mode,
Yeah, there's this in
European.
in the European mode of that same drone, they didn't tune it up any higher, did they, David?
Well, no, the FCC mode's got more power.
Yep.
Your mobile phones, your Wi-Fi, etc., all get more power than we do. We get it limited by the
Now, where'd you put it?
CEPT. I think you're something like 20 dBs more power than we've got.
That's why when they did that last update like a month or so ago, everybody was talking about, ooh, lots more power. I can go farther with my Mavic. I can go farther with all the. That was all part of that. They tuned it up a little bit higher.
Yeah,
Right.
and we don't get that. We can force it into FCC mode, but I've proved to myself that CE mode is more than enough.
Plenty enough for you, yeah.
To what I want to do, and I can comply with my rules as far as flying the drone as well,
Yeah.
and still do everything I want to do. So I'm happy. without having to fiddle to put it in FCC mode. It's a simple enough hack. All you've got to do is get one of these GPSs. You turn off your GPS on the phone, the location thing on the tablet, and you put in so you can download it from the iStore or Google Play, which is a dummy GPS effectively. And all it does is tells a European drone it's in America. It sets it to FCC mode. You then switch it all off. Fly normally with your
phone
own
back to where it was, right?
where it should be. Fly it normally, and all the drone does is says, "We detect you're in this country. Do you want to switch to CE mode?" And you just keep answering no, and you can fly it in FCC mode. But you're breaking the rules in this country, and I don't need to do it. I've proven that to myself now. You know, the distance I was is more than enough to fly everything I want to fly, and the battery that I've got is more than enough time to fly it. I'm loving the Air 2 basically, and the video is good from it. The you know, it doesn't have the 1-inch sensor, it doesn't have all the other good things but it's not a 1,500, 2,000 pound drone. It's
David's still trying to entice me to buy another Mavic Air 2.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yep.
That's not the way it was going. Hi, Sam.
He's really roughing you up to get it. I can see that. He's really got your arm wrenched up there.
In my own defense, I was saying to him that he should get the same drone as he's already got. Just buy the drone, because he's got the controller, he's got the batteries, etc.
Well, you know, the last month or so, I have noticed this is the second controller I've had to buy for the Zoom because I was getting controller errors. And now this last month, not every time, but once in a while I turn it on, it talks about stick error. And I have to then turn it off and turn it back on again.
You know what? I've heard this problem. I know how you fix that.
How's that?
Call up DJI and get a work ticket started. Have them send you a slip to put on the box.
Yep.
And ship it to them, because you got the same problem Lawrence has.
Yep. Yep. Yes.
Maybe it's not as bad, but it's the same thing that's going bad.
Well, see, this is my second controller. I've still got one bad controller over there.
It's
With that one that I was going to send the
Send them all over there. Let them fix
Get
it.
the ticket. You might as well. Don't you have DJI Care Refresh? It's out of warranty, but still.
I've got almost 140 hours on that bird.
See, that's why I've always been afraid to buy stuff like that from like eBay, you know, even the drone, because that thing get out over the water like we fly, and then next thing you know it's like pleek, and now I can't have that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I don't have any,
know what it's doing.
I don't have any problems with the flight or anything. It's just that in startup, I turn that controller on I would say probably every 8 or 10 times. One out of 10 times, it goes beep 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 beep.
And
beep,
then
beep.
it will go.
Started for Lawrence.
I got. Then it's gonna wind up happening every 5 times.
Right, and then
it's gonna get to the point where every time you cut it on, it's just gonna beep. It's to the point now where I'm prepared to spend 10 minutes before to add it on to my pre-flight just to fix that problem. But indeed, like I said, DJI, they want to charge me $425 to fix it, and I can't complain about it because the controller is $600.
Yeah.
By Washington County News.
You know, so it's
And
in the long run, Paul, fix it now. It may. And Paul, I had moisture in my ship.
Yeah.
And they had to replace the main board. If it's the processor, they just loosen up the solder and put a new chip in, or throw it in a pile and give you another one. That's what I was hoping they would do with. That's what I was hoping they would do with mine.
But what makes me feel vulnerable is I'm down to one drone. So if I wanted to fly that drone,
so that's why you're looking to buy an Autel Evo.
It doesn't work. I can't just go to backup, you know.
Well, you should have thought about that before you wrenched up John Coopy to buy.
Well, I can still buy one.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's
Eileen.
the next. That's in.
Well,
You know,
here's what I did is I went back and I pulled up some video from a couple of years ago on the Autel.
I
And
thought
what
you-
I noticed is that the camera sometimes would reset itself and would be a little darker, even right during the mid-flight, just would
Fall,
darken out.
fall, fall, fall.
But take it out of order.
You don't have to worry about that because you shoot in auto already. If you
Yeah.
were shooting in manual, then I could see that being a problem. But in auto, that's going to happen. If you
Take it
shoot,
out of order white balance, it'll stop that.
if you're going to shoot in auto, that's going to happen. Plain and simple.
Doesn't happen on my Zoom.
Because do you adjust the white balance on your zoom?
Nope.
Because you shoot in auto.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't
Well,
see
you
that.
can
I
adjust
don't
the
see
white
that as an
balance and still
excuse.
shoot in
I don't
auto.
see that as an
But
excuse.
if
not to
your
buy
white
one.
balance is in auto,
But hold on, Herman. I don't see that as an excuse not to buy a drone.
Well, let's
Yeah,
get down to Lawrence's real theory is he wants an Autel Evo because he saw how cheap they
At
were.
this point, I'll take it. At this point, I'll take anything because my control is in California now.
Yeah.
You know, and that's very feasible. My thing is, like I said, if the battery life is good, I may consider one. Why not? I
Yeah.
couldn't afford one when they came out, and I have no problem having used equipment. I have no issue with that. I've grown accustomed to not having when everyone else does, and that doesn't bother me anymore. I'm past that. So just to have another drone in my fleet, that's how I see it.
okay. All I'm
FPV
saying
builders,
is-
FPV marketplace. I'm just posting this video in a few groups. Show me your NYC. Huh. That's usually pictures in that video group. Yeah, that's a picture group.
There you go, Lawrence.
Huh?
3 batteries. The
All I
bag.
need is all I would
Oh.
need is 1 or 2 batteries with the battery life.
Maybe
My thing is I would have to
Brand
find
new
some
one.
kind of- find some kind of tablet holder.
brand new.
Yeah, I see that.
Brand
I see that. Brand spanking.
Yep.
Hi, Roger.
But if I'm gonna do that, I might as well get a Mavic 2 Pro. Shit.
Yeah.
They're 18. They start at 16.
Yep.
new. Hey, Roger.
Roger.
Roger, how are you?
And the other thing that stops me from buying a different brand is I'm sitting here with $1,000 Crystal Sky.
Uh-huh.
And you
know,
can't use it.
yeah, exactly. You can't use it on
You
any
know
other
what? I
platform.
am wondering,
Paul Phantom Hodges.
Hey,
If
Phantom
they're not-
Hodges.
trying to phase that thing out. That would be sad.
Phantom Hodges, he's trying to come up with an excuse not to buy one, but I'm sure before the week is up, they'll have one in the cart.
You know that, Paul? That Crystal Sky?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that because everything is coming out with either, the integrated screen or it's being done on that,
Yep.
what do you call it? That Fly app.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
unless they, they updated to be able to take that Fly app, it's only good for the drones on the Go 4 app.
Right.
And
Yeah.
the and the previous one. And so that means that with all these other drones, like in the Mavic series coming out with the integrated screens now and that smart controller, I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens because what they had a mount for it for the
Oh, yeah.
Phantom Inspired style controllers.
Yeah.
And they had a mount for it for the Mavic controller.
Yeah. Well, it's the same type of mount, but it goes between the handles down below and it's above.
Okay. Yeah, I thought about it too, but I'm wondering where they're going.
Yep. And they don't tell you. I don't think they have updated my Crystal Sky in almost a year.
I would hate to buy it and the next thing that I get, the controller has its own flip out
Hey
screen,
guys,
so it's useless.
check this out. I just got an alert on my computer in the lower right-hand corner. You know, you get stuff from Google Chrome. It's always garbage, garbage, garbage. Well, finally something came up of my interest. It says government-funded phones. You know, those Obama phones that the government's giving
Yeah.
out, for standing in front of supermarkets, trying to get people who don't have cell phones to get these cell phones. Well, it comes out that these phones for low-income users are getting hacked before they're even turned on.
Mm-hmm.
Which means the company that's buying these, that's giving the people, the company that's giving these phones away, that's supposed to work for the government,
Mm-hmm.
9 out of 10 of these phones are hacked. Which means if you put in your email with your Gmail account, there's a very good chance you could be hacked before your phone is even activated.
Yep.
That's all I'm going to say. Public service announcement. If they offer you anything free, say no. There's no such thing as free.
Oh, did you see what Lynn put down there, Lawrence?
No, no, I didn't.
She's cooking a smoked pork chop.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting. I
Okay.
have these beef ribs in here. I wanted to have something different. I didn't barbecue. I was hoping someone around here would have, but no one barbecued, or I wasn't invited to any. I would have
Just
probably
pull the
got my
grill out.
plate. I would have came and got my plate and sat in a corner and drew a line around me. If you cross the line, I start throwing rocks. But
You should have got the grill out the back.
but I wasn't invited to any barbecues this year. Hey, Steve 28ster, I have to disconnect. I have a disconnect of my Mavic Air and it was only 20 feet away. Any cause this may be known? Now,
Did you
I don't know
calibrate it?
personally. Now, maybe Paul or someone with a Mavic can answer this, but does it have the same thing that it has on like on a Mavic Pro? It has Wi-Fi mode, a Wi-Fi switch, and a regular mode. Could that be a possibility? I'm just asking.
Well,
Scary for sure. Yeah, if you're 20 feet away and it's disconnecting,
the Mavic Air is strictly Wi-Fi, so
it's strictly Wi-Fi, so you don't have that
he
option.
doesn't have the
Yeah.
Mavic Air 2.
Where are you taking off at?
Calibrate it.
Are you next to a building? Are you in an empty field? Are you in an open park?
Yep.
You have to take all of these things into consideration. Where is this happening? In
And
your
does it-
house?
And does it say calibrate? You know,
Outside
Did you
your house?
calibrate it?
Yeah,
calibrate the compass, calibrate the IMU, and
calibrate the IMU, then the compass.
Yep.
Actually,
I
yeah.
would not calibrate that IMU if you're outside.
nope.
Yeah, you
Calibrate.
have to have it on a
calibrate
level.
the compass.
You have, he says a
Yeah.
park. That IMU, it needs to be calibrated on a level surface.
Yep.
It was
That's
by a hill.
He wouldn't lose connection because of the
Has
IMU.
this happened before? Is this your first time out of the box? Have you been flying normal and then this started happening? Or is this out of the box happening? There's a lot of factors you'd have to consider before getting some kind of advice though. But whatever the option is, I'm sure somebody here could help you with it. In fact, I'm 9 times out of 10
You
sure.
can pick up magnetic interference on takeoff.
Yes.
You can pick up these things and transfer
Right.
from ground to sky.
If
So
there's
what
a
I'm saying to you is
cover,
that where you are, did you calibrate in that spot?
right, is there a manhole cover? Are there pipes or rebarb under the concrete? Well, you were in a park, assuming the grass. Are there main lines going through under you? Are there gas lines under you? All of these things you have to take into account for
Were
your
you-
for
There's even
magnetic
things as
interference.
simple as were you flying with the phone and the controller connected by Wi-Fi or cable? It could be there's interference with the local Wi-Fi there. It could also be a dodgy port on the phone.
Yep.
The wire itself,
Yeah.
that
Any
connects
of
your,
that.
right, the wire itself that connects your device to the radio, to your phone, to the radio, your tablet to the radio.
Yeah.
Is that a two-way cable?
Well,
Don't
it's
get power,
Wi-Fi,
is
so it
wire
should be.
is the wire looping past the antenna? There are 1,000 different options I could
all
give
sorts of things it could be.
for
Yeah.
losing a signal.
Yeah. And
Definitely.
Did
do
it
you
go
have
black?
do you have the
Gary?
proper orientation for the antenna too? I see a lot of new pilots have the antenna sticking straight out. Like,
Straight
it's
up.
okay if it's above you, but
Now, like I said, I don't own a Mavic Air, so I don't know what to tell you on that. But I can say,
Okay, did the screen go black? Or did it just say disconnected and you still had control over the drone?
yeah, there's a whole bunch of things like Lawrence, like Herman's saying, is you have to make a mental note. Did I just lose my camera connection on the screen? Did I lose control of the drone? Did it trigger a
right,
hover
are
situation?
your antennas pointed at the ground instead
Yep.
of up or down?
Yep.
IEBR.
So many factors. Okay, write a post. There we go.
It started an RTH, so it's lost sight. It's lost the connection to the controller.
And drone doctors will help you.
I would turn it off and turn it back on and recalibrate it and see what happens.
Or try a different spot in that area. Like I
He
said,
said he flies from there all the
a
time.
lot of times public parks have electrical lines or stuff running on them. I don't know if you're in the country, but here in the city, you have that kind of stuff.
Nobody said he flies from there all the time.
Oh, he flies from there all
He
the time.
never had an issue before. That's what I says. You see, this is the thing. When I say with these drones, they have sometimes
What's up,
intermittent issues
EBR?
like that with these things. So let's bring it back down, calibrate it, take off again,
Restart. Yeah.
restart everything, calibrate, and then take off.
Here's the number one question. When you take off, and I know a lot of people do this and they should practice what I'm about to tell you, but when you take off, do you hover there for 5 to 10 seconds or you just take off and you're out? Number one way you can tell if you got magnetic interference or bad satellite lock or a bad calibration, when you take off, anyone takes off with a drone, hey, Jack Sparky, they should hover, take off and hover above the ground for 5 to 10 seconds.
Yep.
10 seconds out of your life could save you your drone. If you see it starting to do like this,
Yep.
and it's starting to do what they call a toilet bowl effect, you're supposed to land it immediately. If it's hovering and it's moving from side to side, land that sucker and recalibrate it.
Yeah, I know a lot of guys take off and they're just staring at the camera, not even looking at the drone.
Hey, Herman, Phantom Hodges, that's your question. I doubt it very much. Oh shit, I'm cooking rice.
That depends on how well I can put my foot down on the ground and turn on it. If I can move on it, well, I'm gonna have to do something because if they do elect to allow us to play this season, I gotta get out there.
You're gonna have to get yourself a
I'm
cart.
in a couple of weeks or so.
Get yourself one of them carts.
Yeah. No, you don't
That
need
I
anything
would
like
never
that, Herman. Just as one of those office swivel chairs, that
All
you
those
can turn
kids would love to be riding on that thing with me if I brought that around.
Hey, Herman,
Yeah.
they have a key on them. Just take the key out and put it in
No,
the
no. They'll climb on it while I'm moving.
car.
Yeah. Good
We gotta
advice.
throw
Jack
them off the
Sparky.
golf carts up at camp.
You know what? I need to forget about the rice more often. It came out perfect.
14, 15-year-olds are tired as hell.
I'm always, my wife is Spanish, my daughter mixed, etc. And I try my best to make rice to their liking. Now there are two types of rice that they like. My wife likes sticky rice. Those of you who know sticky rice, if you put it in a spoon and you go like this,
And then
it'll
stick
stay on
to
the
the
spoon.
spoon.
Okay. And then my daughter
Or
likes
snowball rice.
my daughter likes rice that's cooked to perfection where individuals grains are
Yeah.
Off the
perfect.
grains. Yeah.
Yeah, well, my wife said that's me actually too. But
Grainy rice.
I forgot about the rice and cooked the hell out of it. It was perfect.
So how they come out? Grainy or like snowballs?
No, grainy.
Oh.
Grainy. It came out great. That's what I'm saying. Perfect. The sticky rice they complain about. Maybe that's my error.
Now,
But
did you cook?
maybe I need to forget about it more.
Did you cook the white rice or the?
Yes, just
brown
white rice, because I have the ribs and everything inside the Instapot. And once the pressure goes down and I can release it and the pressure valve and all of that stuff, then I put the starch inside and I make the gravy
Oh,
with it and then let it sit for about 5 minutes and then it's good to go. And by then I'm probably going,
okay.
Well,
oops, I stuck my finger in it,
a rice story. Last month, Lindsay and I celebrated our 40th wedding anniversary. The first time she cooked me fried rice, I ate all of it.
Mhm.
But
Jack Sparky.
what's the first step in making fried rice?
What happened?
She
I-
made me fried rice, and I'm asking you what the first step is in
Oh, for
making
making fried rice? Well, I'm
Yeah.
going to tell you my version. Herman may disagree, but my personal version of fried rice is it's better to start out with a brown rice or white rice. I didn't have brown rice, so I started out learning making fried rice using white rice. And just like rice-a-roni, you take margarine or something or whatever you can, you put it in your pan and you brown it to the consistency you want.
Right,
You
but
put your
what did you
onions
do?
in, you
No,
put
no,
your
no. What did you
onions,
do?
your
You're
seasoning.
you're far too far ahead. The first thing you do with your rice before you fry it
Cook it.
is boil it.
Yeah. You gotta
Then you
cook it
fry it. She put the rice straight from the packet in the pan.
hard.
Oh,
Hard.
now see,
Fried it. We've been
that's the
married.
rice. She must know how they cook rice-a-roni. Because
She-
rice-a-roni says put a tablespoon of butter in a pan, put the rice in, and when the rice browns, then you put the ingredients with the water and stuff like that. There are multiple ways to do it, but
No water, no nothing. Just
I learned to brown my
fried.
white rice. I used to pre-cook my
And
white.
That would
I
be
Herman, let
we're not
Herman
all
tell you.
married, and I
Let,
ate all of it.
let Herman tell you how to make the proper white rice. I mean, proper fried rice.
I mean, if you have all your ingredients cooked and ready to go and prepared, I start out with the onion.
No. So you're far
Throw
too
the
advanced
onion
with
in the
the onion. Yeah.
And once my onions are in the pan, then I put the meat in the pan.
Right. You put the onions. I would brown my white rice with onions, garlic. I would put my seasoning in also, like my adobo, which is a combination of salt, pepper, garlic powder, whatever. I would put all of that in. And after it got to a consistency of starting to turn a little brownish, then I would pour my water in. And that's what I would do. That's how I would make it.
No water. There was no water involved.
He didn't use any water. He just
She
like,
just
Hey, I said it was fried rice. I didn't say it was the
Fried rice.
I didn't say it was the right way. I
But,
survived half a year making. I used to call it dirty rice.
but
Actually.
we're still married, and I ate it all. Aren't I a good lad?
So did the rice eventually somehow cook in this pan once you
Yes, it does.
Let's not go there. Let's just.
So you had, in other words, you had to eat out that night.
so it was a little crunch.
No,
Was it a
ate the
little
whole
It was
thing.
nice and crunchy and
crunchy? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
It'd be like eating Pop Rocks.
Yeah, well, that's a little too crunchy.
Okay.
Crunchy. They have something called becao, in Spanish community. You know what becao is? You know when you make the rice and peas and the part of the rice that sticks to the pan that's hard and crunchy, that's called becao. A lot of people take that rice
don't have
and they
that
have
here.
it in the morning for breakfast with the egg. It's like a crunchy rice. They have it with the egg in the morning. Herman, don't hurl. Herman,
And there has been
I've
many
been doing it
times
for
in my
years.
youth.
We
I've
don't
been-
have that here.
I've been doing it for years, all my life.
Hold on. We don't have that here. There's actually no reason for the flame to be this high underneath your rice.
Oh no, we'll see.
You're supposed to be able to eat that pot of rice to the bottom
Well, every now and then.
and chew without having to have.
Well, see, what happens
the
is
cut.
what happens is if you ask someone to stir the pot for you, that sometimes happens.
I don't know. I don't know. I told you how I make rice. I don't boil rice.
Right. I
That's why
remember you
that
mentioning
happens.
that. Anyway, Paul, I don't know if you can hear this. Let me see. Let me check. Let me check to see if I can hear it here.
All you got to do is share the screen.
Well, hold on. I have to set everything up because I have a
And
different
if it's
video.
got sound on it,
Right. I'm trying to see if I can get it to have sound. Actually, let's go to Filmora 9 folder. There's the video.
what, the one you just finished?
Yeah.
Oh, all you got to do is go to what you call it in your computer and play it from the player.
And just play it and
Or
share it.
from-
You gotta start
Okay.
to play first, then share.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's right. I don't have to do it all that way. Yeah, good idea. Good move.
Good thing
Okay.
he knows
I just
about
have to,
computers.
right. I just have to share a screen.
Yep.
Okay, let me set it up then.
Good thing you know all those things about computers.
Yeah, I know. Hard to believe. Hard to believe. I used to help. I used to. I
Hey,
had a
Herman,
career of over 30 years plus.
Herman, I detected just a hint of sarcasm in
Nah.
there.
Okay.
How's it go?
Okay. Hold
If
on a
my
second.
friend Lawrence was in there, would I light a match and throw it up?
All right. Hold on. I'm gonna put the microphone near the speaker. Oh wait, I didn't want that to happen.
What,
You
you
just
unplug
broke
the
his
light?
step.
No, it started. It started playing when my beer was in the
And
way.
you have to
That's what
unmute
happened.
that.
Yeah.
All right, we have to go to.
No liquids go on this side of the computer.
Let me turn it up first. Okay, hold on.
On this side of the table, yeah. This side, no.
All right, I think you should be able to hear it. You guys remember the show Miami Vice, right?
Yeah.
Never seen it.
I did my version of Miami Vice.
Here comes the copyright strike.
I did my. Okay, Herman. I did my version. Screen 2 is this. Wait a minute. Screen 1.
Thought I was gonna ask you this on them. You
Here, you can see the screen,
was
right?
running out of battery time.
Black, it's coming. There we
All
go.
right. Well, here's my version of Miami Vice. I shot it the other day. FTV style.
When Lawrence realized these batteries only burn for 5 minutes.
Only 40 seconds long.
We'll build a 710.
That's it.
When was that? The other day? When he was out there
Yeah, when Stevie
with
was in.
Stevie?
Yeah. When Stevie was Stevie Captured Life Connection, me, him, and Justin were flying at the
Okay.
beach there. But it was fun. It was fun, that's all. Hey, what's up, Builder? How are you? Now, what happened here? Because that window seemed to have froze. So let me refresh that. Okay. All right. Anyway, I thought it would be interesting to play around. I've always wanted to do Miami Vice thing because if you remember the TV show, it shows them doing all these crime things, running down the street, and then it shows them in this speedboat. Chubbs with the white suit on, and the other guy, in his Hawaiian shirt that Paul wears. I just figured I'd get a little creative.
I was
That's all.
expecting there to see you in the 80s.
Well,
songs. Come
You know,
on.
if you like,
I have to
doing
keep the mind going.
hey Lawrence, if you like doing that kind of stuff, you might as well go right back to your childhood and pick up something like from
By Jackson,
Jackie Gleason or something, and Abbott Costello.
Hey! I used to watch Abbott and Costello.
Lawrence,
I
you
know.
don't have that footage from over by Randall's Island when you were chasing those boats.
Wow. You know how long ago that was, yo? Yeah, that's about 2.5, 3
Might
years.
have gotten closer in that.
Huh?
footage. You might be closer to it. in
Oh
that
yeah, I
footage.
was, but those boats weren't moving as fast.
No, the ones that were going the other way.
Oh, no, I don't have none of that footage. I don't have any of that. Chris Hope just posted a nice picture. No,
Yeah,
no,
that was just when I had the. Well, I got the shot of him going.
no, I don't. I got rid of a lot of footage. I did get rid of a lot of footage. Now I don't have to. I just cleared up um 35 gig out of my computer this morning. So I'm good. I have 3 hard drives in my computer. I have one that runs Windows, the operating system, and any programs that
Was the
I install. Then I have a data drive where I do work. Yes, I saw this. I saw this. And when I said he went through the fence, I was like, oh shit, he went through the fence.
Yep,
Oh, Roger.
that's Roger right there.
No, dude, it takes creativity to see stuff like that, to think
Yep.
of stuff like that. That's what makes you a videographer. This is what makes you a YouTube creator. Okay, the fact that you could see he thought this out.
Yep.
Okay,
He had his creative juices flowing there.
creative juices were flowing. You can see he thought it out. My only issue is I don't know where he was in perspective to the fence and everything, because when he flies around, he actually flies over the church. So I'm hoping that maybe he was off to the side, because he did well. He did great.
Very good.
He did great. I was honestly impressed. Everyone punch that like button, or I'll punch you. Hey, what's up, Jackson RC?
But they're gonna tell you you're
That I
too
heard
far
tonight.
away.
Necessary views and opinions of everyone on the chat tonight. I wouldn't punch anyone. That's a lie.
That's like the 5th time I've heard you threaten to punch someone.
You're supposed to be Desmond. Help me out here.
What?
Because Herman obviously isn't.
Well, it was twice with Xavier.
Well, I just told him we were arguing. I was arguing with Drone X Factor one time, one of the many times that we've argued over the phone while I was still an admin in NYC Fireborough Drone Meetup. And he was just saying stuff and not getting it. And I told him, I said, you know what? If you were in front of me, I would punch you. I would have punched you. And he got my message. I mean, it's just some people make you want to punch them. You encounter them all the time.
Yep.
That's why God will not let me meet a Karen or a Ken.
Oh, I hope you do one day, and I hope there's somebody there with a camera running.
You're gonna punch Karen Lawrence.
There's a
That'd be
reason.
something to see if he punched
There's a
Karen.
reason God has not let me run into a Karen or a Ken. There's a reason. I've accepted it.
Why would you?
And I
wanna
see it
punch
happening.
Karen?
I see it happening all across the United States. Like, why couldn't I have been in that situation?
Right here in front of God and everybody on YouTube, he almost challenges God to put a Karen and Ken in his path.
Yeah.
But why would you
Make
want
sure
to
there's a
punch
camera running when it happens.
I never said anything about punching. You guys did.
Well,
Because that was the last conversation before this. I said,
hey,
I did.
Herman, show him your little notepad that you have on this date, this date, this date.
What did he said that? Oh, I have it on the phone.
Yeah. Oh, okay. He's gonna
I
be
have
a
it on the
witness.
phone.
You know what?
gonna
I'm
be a-
ignoring you
you're-
dudes. I'm going back to Facebook.
Herman's
Instead, that's
Herman's
why
going to be a witness
won't-
for the prosecution.
I'm ignoring y'all. I'm
that's
turning.
why God won't let me run into a Karen.
And I'm soliciting my YouTube channel. I'm YouTube whoring right now.
You know what's funny though? There was a guy on YouTube that had an issue with and I saw the same video over on Facebook. It had an issue with this one woman and her road rage. And he immediately approached her and called her Karen.
Mhm.
And he was like, this is her license plate. And she started screaming and hollering and crying and boo-hooing and talking about, you're gonna ruin my life. She was more interested in just being able to graduate from school and not lose her job over this.
Listen, we're not even gonna go into it. That's all I'm gonna say. We not even gonna go there. Herman, you
Yeah.
know that peninsula, you know where we fly from on Beach 20th on that concrete with the big grass over on 17th Street, the hill by the
Yeah.
park. Well,
Yeah.
it dawned on me if I could chase
I don't like
speedboats
that.
from there better than I can chase them from where I just chased that one from. Because just
From
as
where?
they pass the inlet, they start to open up and go out. And it's a lot tighter in that inlet, the mouth of the inlet right there.
You're saying it's easier to catch them from there than from beach night.
Yeah, yeah, because
Well, that's because the buildings stick out there at beach night.
right,
You have
right.
to go around them.
They do, but there's a speed limit. Once they pass Beach Ninth, then they open up and because they're heading out to open ocean. But if I catch there's a little inlet right at the very beginning, I can catch them at a lot better than that. I'm always trying to find other ways to get footage or make a shot better.
Yeah, but from beach ninth, you have to make the curve.
Yes, yes, from
From
the
that
tip,
hill, it's out there already.
right from the grass there, even though it's out a little further, it's easier to chase them. Who knows? I'm going to work on something. I'm always looking for footage to manipulate and use.
I don't know. That's like when I was saying to you about if you take off, there's two spots where it looks nice to take off from to catch the cruise ships, which is Owl's Head and from Bush Terminal. Even though from Bush Terminal you got to travel like, ooh, you got to get out there.
Yeah.
You're flying low across the water,
Mm-hmm.
just like going from the Colgate Clock over to Battery Park City.
Yeah. Yeah. But well, the distance isn't even that far, but that is the closest point, right? You get
The
what
Colgate Clock to Battery Park City is closer
it's the closest point.
than from
Exactly.
Bush Terminal to where the ship.
In fact, I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. My boss just hit me up. He's probably checking on me to see how I'm doing. Okay, right here is where I was flying from when I was chasing that boat. I'll show you right now. See this little sidewalk right here, this area? I call that the runway. Okay, right there. Now the boat that I was chasing was passing about here, passing here, going out to open ocean. Where I'm talking about shooting from, Herman, is right here. Either this grass in O'Donoghue Park, which is right here, this little spot right there, or even better, from this inlet tip right here.
That's what I thought you were talking about.
Yeah, now that I look at
Now
it,
you don't have to make that turn
right,
coming
and
from beach night.
I can fly in here where my mouse is and catch them coming out in their speedboats, going out in that direction like
Lawrence,
that.
with that map up, where is that building that Herman almost ran into?
That's
Nowhere near there.
oh, that's nowhere near here. What? Give me
Okay.
an address, Herman. I can put it in.
What happened?
Give me an address or an area so I can get
Two blue slip.
BLU slip.
Two blue slip.
Blue slip. Got it. Right here. This is actually the building, Paul.
The same place where they went on that meetup. When I tried to tell you that I flew from over there.
Oh, there it is.
Right here. This is the actual building, but right now, because Google Maps is outdated by a year and a half to 2 years due to terrorists and 9/11.
The other building is out of the
All
ground
of this
already.
is constructed. All of these buildings are up. This one blue slip is up.
The other one is going up too.
Yes.
The other side of that tower.
Yes, yes. All of that right now has buildings there.
There's a crane still there. That's why I shot the red crane.
But we've shot these buildings. This is the building, either this one or this tall building. One blue slip or one. Now I think it was one blue slip that you almost went into.
You see the
Yeah.
building that's not finished yet?
Yeah.
Right.
Next one here.
Yep.
That building is the one that the drone went up and over and across
Yeah.
both of them and came back.
Well, that looks like quite a hike back on a bad angle for you running around there chasing your
Well,
drone.
no, Paul, hold on. I'll go back to share and show you that where they were flying from, and correct me if I'm wrong, Herman, but you guys were flying from somewhere over about here.
If I was flying from over there, I wouldn't have had that problem.
Oh, so, you were in the spot we went to.
I was
Don't tell me
standing in front of two blue slip.
This is,
I went down the street and cut over the Greenpoint playground and was
okay,
coming back over. I shot that shot again and I
this
saw
area
another
here.
shot. I saw another shot. I saw where I could hit the semi-orbit and come up towards the over the what do you call it, the penthouse.
Right.
But
On,
I didn't get from
on two
what you
blue
can
slips.
see in camera in relations to where your controller is one thing.
Right.
Now you see where right there on the corner angle, right across the street from where you would go into the driveway, the first
Oh, here.
driveway. No,
Oh.
you go up the street where we were originally flying.
Oh,
from.
we were here. We were
Right.
here.
That's where
When we flew.
Ray and Matt was standing.
Okay,
See where
right,
the triangles are in the street?
right here on this sidewalk.
Right. I was standing out here by the street and I walked this way, following the drone. And when it went around behind the building,
This is actually where he's talking about they were flying from.
yeah, this is the same corner you see it in the video.
And of course, now you zoom in, there are 0 buildings here. See how Google Map does to screw up the terrorists? But if you zoom out, hold on, let me zoom out. The building reappears. Modern technology, huh?
You
But-
So
see
actually,
that over
from your viewpoint, Herman, did
From
the
his
building
viewpoint, Paul,
block
he
your
was
view?
right, Paul, he was right here.
No,
This
once
is-
it went behind the building, it lost signal.
This was his viewpoint here, Paul, right here. He was on
Right where that
This-
gray car is. Well, see
right
where that
about
van
here.
is? I
Yeah.
was standing right where this van is.
Okay, so he was right here, Paul, right?
No, right
Now,
where the
when I
van
zoom
is.
out, this is the area where he was standing, and this is the building that he almost went into.
So when it went around behind the building, you
now-
lost signal.
The drone was actually out here over Greenpoint Playground.
Greenpoint Playground. Oh, over this way. This is Greenpoint Playground right here.
Right here across the street from the buildings.
Yeah,
Right there.
yeah. So let's just say it was an interesting day for. They said that they never saw Herman. Matt and Ray said they never saw Herman move so fast before in their life.
Well, that's because that's his baby.
People live over there.
Yeah.
I would hate for one of them to fall into my drone and break it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Listen, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well,
Trust me.
how could I say that even better? I would hate for one of them to walk under the drone and break it.
Hey, Geek Savannah is in the chat.
What's up, Sean?
Sean, how are you, sir?
I swear, hey, there he is.
Damn, it's
Curtis.
not 7 o'clock yet.
What's good, Kurt? What happened?
I'm like, damn, it's not 7 o'clock yet.
Damn.
Drinking his beer. I'm hungry.
Well,
And I don't want to go get a teaser.
Oh, you want to get into
Hey,
it?
newfound drones.
You know what?
Newfound
I need to,
drone, how you doing?
guys, I'll be right back because I need to go make the gravy for this thing and release the pressure. So if you hear something going, psst, it's just the Instapot.
and if we hear somebody screaming, that's you on the floor because
That's
you got
me
burned.
because the top exploded in my face. Yeah.
Take the camera. Come on.
Yeah. Chef Lawrence. Yep.
in the kitchen, flapping around on the floor, running back and forth, something straight out the house, down the street, screaming.
What did John Cookie write?
Hey, Paul, that's how I found out about the radiator on the car. When the car overheats, not to mess with the cat.
Oh, John.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, John. John Coopy says the MA2 got nice footage while it lasted. Remember, he was going to put the 2 drones in the air.
It's
Uh-huh.
just above there, Paul.
What
That's
happened?
what happened.
Sounded like a 2-pilot job, but
Well, I'm glad the MA2 didn't crash.
Here's your reminder. Feed me up.
Paul, it only took one crash into the ground to strip the gears. The XK X450 is screwed. As long as it wasn't my baby.
oh boy.
Hey, John, maybe you want to come on here. I sent you an invite and you can give us a play-by-play of how your dual flight went. There he is.
What's up, John?
Oh, I wonder if this works. I've got
It-
barely
it-
any LTE.
It's working. So, John,
Yeah.
just tell me my
one
baby's
quick
all
little
right.
crash. What?
Tell me my baby's
Baby's
all
good.
right. Oh,
Baby's good. No, baby got some good footage. The Mavic Air 2 definitely got some
So how'd you crash?
footage, but this is done. One ear
Yeah,
strip,
okay,
just
yeah.
like we were afraid of. Remember?
yep, plastic gears.
So
Yep.
it's done. And it won't even fly right, even if I were to straighten this up, because it just
Mhm.
flops around.
Wow.
Literally is just garbage now, unless I replace the gears. Oh my
Yeah.
god! But the MA2 is great. The MA2 is great.
Good, good. You give
I
it a
actually
good.
was using this little case.
You give
for
it. You give it a nice little pat on its head for me, okay?
Got there, Paul. Big?
Yeah,
Oh.
I did it all. Mavic.
He says,
Yeah, my video stream is breaking up.
Yep. Well, your audio has been a little Yankee too. Are you headed home, John?
Yeah, I'm headed home right now. I'll be on in a bit.
Okay. Well, we'll look for you to get the play-by-play.
JDS.
hi,
Oh
JDS.
god.
Hello, JDS. How you doing?
So what's good for the rest of the night? Well, I know you're not going back out to fly. Even
Nah,
though you still got that sky out there, you can probably get some.
It's a little bit. See the flags? They're standing off pretty good. I could still fly in that.
Okay.
But the problem is, it's a holiday today. You won't be able to get a parking place along the
Right.
water anywhere
Okay.
because there's just people everywhere.
Yeah, that's just like out here. We call it Interference Park, Flushing
Yeah.
Meadows. If you go out there, like where the airfield is, like on like a day today, this barbecue grill set up all around the airfield. There's no parking there. You just sometimes I've gone past there, and it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep on driving back out onto the highway because there's no place to park.
Yeah.
But on the holidays, if you wanna go out to the park with your family over here and barbecue and stuff like that, man, I'm gonna tell you, what you gotta do is you gotta have a family scout. and that person's got to go out at like 5 o'clock in the morning and get your spot.
Get a pitch, yeah.
Or else you'll be standing there looking at the park. It gets too crowded on the holiday,
Yeah.
especially the 4th of July.
It
The park
does.
people just come around and give you garbage bags that you clean up. No, you would hate to have to clean up behind all those people. The park literally if you could see, it's just swamped with people on the 4th of July. There's no wall-to-wall people. Hey, Lawrence.
Okay, I'm back.
I gotta yell at Mia.
You gotta yell at me.
Again.
What is she doing?
What happened?
No, Paul's yelling at the dog.
She thinks she's large and in charge. Anybody walks down the sidewalk with a dog,
Uh-huh.
she's just snarling and barking. And
But that's what she's supposed to do, Paul.
she's supposed to say, get out a mandolin and start playing music.
Until it looks like a skunk.
Yep. Yeah, that skunk thing has really kind of changed her a little bit.
Hey, listen, you know what you could beat and what you can't. She would have had the skunk had he not had that little feature.
Oh, she was close. She was right on it. That's for sure.
If he didn't come equipped with that little feature, she would have had him.
Yep. That's true.
You need to put some dances on TikTok to help your numbers. Stop instigating, Sean. It's not happening.
Some dances. Okay.
It's true, Matt. The parks are disgusting.
No, but Prospect Park, 4th of July. You're not out there at 5 o'clock in the morning. You don't barbecue, bro. Barbecue on the road.
Matt, you're 100% right. The parks are looking disgusting. The garbage cans have garbage around them in a small mountain, and nobody's trying to clean that shit up.
You know what you got to get? That lady that was going to take your drone.
Oh, her?
Yeah.
The sweeper?
Yeah.
That's funny. She was doing her job. At
Like
least.
what the lady told me over at the park there in Clinton Hills. Park. Hey.
Oh, Mary, you posted a video and deleted it an hour ago?
No, I don't think so.
I saw a video, something you Paul Mary. Oh, live from Studio B with the Paul Mary show. But it has like this. I need to show you this because it doesn't show you live. It actually shows you this right here. See this?
There's no thumbnail.
Around the right. Exactly. There's no thumbnail.
That's why you see that.
They all found us though.
No, but that's why you don't see that, Lawrence. You don't see a thumbnail on it. Because there is no thumbnail.
I don't have a thumbnail to start it. I don't know how you guys do that when you put the thing up in 30 minutes and all that kind of stuff. That's kind of beyond me.
Would you like me to tell you?
Yeah, in just a second, I was going to show you.
Val knows how to do it. She didn't show you?
No, Val didn't show me. Is there a trick to it?
No, not really. See, there's a skunk, there's a dog. She would have had it had she not been fully assembled
It was too late.
with the squirt bag.
Yes, now the skunk is like, yeah, come get some. Can't smell me, can you? And the skunk is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It goes
sleep
behind
off
the
round
little
the back.
shed. And if you look on the left side of the shed, it'll probably dart by there.
And you know what?
Corner.
Mia's probably saying, damn, he need to wash his ass.
And then, Paul, she had to come in the house with you.
Yep. Jumped right up on the couch. It's all right. That's my baby.
Mm-mm-mm. You got sprayed.
Yeah.
But what would she have done with it if she would have caught it?
She
Soon as
brought it
she
in
had-
and it
soon
would have
as
been
she had-
worse because it
if
would have
she
been
had caught
spraying
it-
all over.
Yeah, but
Well,
as soon as she had caught it, had she
she'd have
bit it,
broke
it
its
would have
neck.
sprayed anyway. As soon as she bit it, it would have sprayed.
Oh, hey, you got a request, Lawrence. Did you see what Geek Savannah asked for you?
No, hold on. Hey, Lawrence, you need to put. Oh, yeah, I saw that. I'm ignoring him right now. What? Give me a sec.
There's probably some. Hey, Herman,
Yeah.
just between you and I, there's probably some complaints on the rice.
Oh. So Sean wants Lawrence to dance on TikTok or on YouTube. Which one?
I don't know if I would think he should do the dance right here on YouTube, right?
I don't know.
We'll promote his channel. He could do the little,
Need to put some- Oh yeah, on TikTok.
yeah, TikTok. Well, that's because Sean's partner over there, she's on TikTok. Maybe she should invite Lawrence to come on her channel and he could do his dance moves on TikTok.
He's not gonna do that. Who knew?
He could be a sensation over in England.
If he don't step on her feet.
Yeah. Yeah, Sean, what do you think? Sean, I'm going to send you an invite so when he comes back, you can be on the panel, even if it's just for a few minutes, and you can talk. Not that I'm an instigator or anything, but
I'll just go and get a big wooden spoon for you, Paul.
You can get Lawrence banned from TikTok. Well, everybody else can come on, but you, no, not you.
I thought
Hey.
everybody in America was getting banned from TikTok.
there you go. There you go, Sean. Just you can come on and ambush Lawrence.
It's called propaganda, needing something to talk about so you can create your own platform. You understand, David? When you have nothing else left,
Yeah.
you got to reach for something. That's why
Yeah.
you see when a drowning man,
Yeah.
sometimes it's better to knock him over the head and then
Exactly.
drag him out then because he's desperate. You reach for stuff when you're desperate.
Ah, Lawrence, we missed you.
No, you didn't.
Chinese drones,
Yeah.
TikTok, stuff like
did.
that.
We were just working on your TikTok endeavor.
About what? TikTok?
Yeah, he was talking about hiring a dance coordinator to help you get some dance moves going.
On TikTok. Sean,
Paul,
Yeah,
you better
what?
stop trying to get people to do more time on YouTube. I'm convinced you're getting a check from them now.
Oh, yeah, Lynn says,
Lynn's up for it as well.
Lawrence is going to show his moves on TikTok.
Lynn, you have a better chance of marrying Paul off than seeing that happen. All right. Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying.
Well, Herman even offered to provide the music.
No, he didn't. The music.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good. Lawrence got plenty of music over there.
Oh, does he? Oh, he's been practicing. I see.
You
Okay.
better cut that shit out.
That's the big that's the big surprise. Well, you know, Herman, going into the holidays, Lawrence always has a big surprise for everybody. So
Really? You know, Paul, you're great at starting conversations between people.
It's called the Paul Murray Employment Agency.
I know, right? Right?
He's always got something for someone else.
Listen, you have no skills, it doesn't matter. You don't know what you're doing, it doesn't matter.
Paul's going to tell you you're going to do
Murray.
it anyway.
Paul Murray will get you a job.
just be yourself. That's all you can be.
All I can say is, if you Paul, you know what it is, Herman? You guys familiar, Desmond, David? You guys familiar with Star Wars, right?
Oh,
And
yeah.
how the Jedi's had the Jedi mind trick. It's like,
Yeah.
David, you will go home and fall out of your bed tonight. And you go, yes, I will go home and fall out of my bed tonight. That's what Paul thinks.
Paul does it to Roger all the time.
He's got the Jedi mind trick shit going.
Paul does it to Roger all the time.
I
What
know.
time you going on later?
Roger, you're going on later, right? Roger goes, no, I'm not. I'm watching something on TV.
You
And
know
at
it,
7
Roger's
p.m.,
going
who's
on.
coming on? Roger.
Yeah.
Your Jedi mind tricks don't work here, Paul. Your Jedi mind tricks don't work here, Paul.
We'll see. We'll see. Next thing you know, Lawrence is going to be a TikTok wonder.
I only pray.
See, I'm deleting all social media. I
If
go
it's
to
not
TikTok
happening,
and see Lawrence doing the running man.
You saw him doing that. You
it's not
delete
gonna-
all your social
it's
media?
Not.
I'm erasing all social media.
Let me tell you something.
See
I've been
Lawrence.
with my wife 24, 25 years, okay?
Hi, Hugh.
There's only one time
What's up, you?
that she's actually seen me up willing to dance and party and really loose and hey, I'm the life of the party. And there was only one time in those 20 something years. Hold on, Diane.
Wow.
You remember
What kind of
Byron
beer you got
party?
Oh man, strike
Check
one.
this out, guys. To get into this party, the guy had a very nice house. Okay, his 3-story house, and his backyard, from his house to the backyard, was maybe about 200 feet. And then he had a fence. And we were like, what is the fence for? He's like, that's where the kids are playing. Okay. But to get into this party, you had to take a shot.
Uh-huh.
And he had someone on the door. He don't care how many times you went outside. You could have went outside to the street to throw up. To get back into the party, you had to take a shot.
Uh-huh.
This dude was so drunk, he went to sleep and woke up and started partying all over. And he said, now, you know, we are making too much noise and the neighbors will complain. The nearest neighbor, Herman,
Uh-huh.
was like from your building to Rogers Avenue.
Okay.
Okay. And the neighbors were complaining about the music and noise. To make a long story short, that was one of the first times that I could actually say I had so much alcohol, it didn't matter.
So you were dancing that night?
John, you're kind of clipping a little. Turn your speaker down some.
Somebody's speaker's clipping.
He's buzzing, yeah.
Mine limit's a little loud.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Tell us about
What's
how
up, Asgard Studios?
tell us
Big
how
J's
it went.
DJI experience. How are you?
Tell us
Welcome
how it went, John.
All right, let me see something.
It's clean now. It's perfectly clean now.
Yeah, I didn't have my blue snowball plugged in. That would be why.
Oh, okay. So it was probably using the webcam mic.
Well, Paul, basically, when you fly this thing as a quadcopter, it's nice and slow. It's pretty easy to fly, but you know that when you put it into that airplane mode,
Herman, that guy had that when we were at Calvin Fox.
oh, so somebody had this.
I saw somebody with that.
I know a couple of people have it.
Yeah, well, I'm not impressed because all it took was one little crash and boom, it's out. I mean, it's easy to see why. I mean, the plastic first the plastic gear is stripped, and then when I got back home, I noticed that the thing that connects the motor to the thing is also broken. So I mean, this whole apparatus is done. I'm just not impressed. They cannot take any crashes at all. So nope.
They got all different types.
Okay, yeah. See that one's more of a yeah. That's definitely a VTOL too. Yeah. Well, hopefully that one has non-plastic gears because that just seems to be the downfall of this thing. The plastic gears. As soon as I heard the sound on the thing, I knew it. I knew it was done. I knew it was done. Very disappointing. Very
Did you
disappointing.
did you at least get a chance to get a few stunts in, or how did the demise happen?
I mean, I had the opportunity to fly it for a little bit. I flew it for a good, I guess, 5-6 minutes before I decided to take it into airplane mode to show people what that was like, and boom, it went down. It's very hard to control.
Mental note: never use airplane mode.
Never use airplane mode. Exactly. But you know what though? It's really irrelevant airplane mode or not on the thing. If anybody crashes decently with that, it's gonna break. And I crashed in the grass. I mean, it's a bunch of grass and weeds out there.
Right.
I mean, if someone's flying this and there's any concrete or the ground is hard nearby, forget it. I mean, that's all pretty soft ground out there. I'm just very disappointed. Look, if I paid $100 for that, I'd be pissed. That's it.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Understandable. I understand totally.
yeah, if I paid $100 for that, I'd be pissed. So that's the review. But the Mavic Air 2 got some really nice footage of it flying around for how long it lasted. So that was cool. That was cool.
Oh, that's what that was. Video capture device. I don't see anything. I'm just playing around with OBS.
Oh, OBS. I love OBS, but I never use it.
I like it, and I like the fact that you can actually broadcast on YouTube with it. The problem is they don't make it easy. That's
Nope.
why I refuse to schedule my live streams anymore until they make the process simpler.
Told you how to do it.
Yeah, you told me how to do it. Step A, step B, step C, step D, step E, step F, and then hold on. You forgot the other 3 steps,
No,
and then it's
it's not
done.
that many steps.
Yeah. It's if I don't schedule anything on YouTube, it won't create a chat room, and then people jump over and all of that. But that's neither here nor there. If I don't need it, I won't use it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Notice how Paul walks away and leaves his own live stream.
I noticed that.
I'm just messing. I'm just being a knucklehead.
So when are you
We
gonna
should
go
all
back to
just-
the beach?
We
That
should all
was a
just
pretty good trip.
disappear
What happened?
until he comes back.
Oh, what were you saying, John?
I was saying when are you gonna go back to that beach? That was a great flight.
I was
enjoyed
there
that.
yesterday. I just posted my version of Miami Vice short from yesterday's footage, and I posted it in Hadley's FPV group and NYC Fiber and a few other groups. So it should be out there. It was just a 40-second clip. It was my version of Miami Vice. Why I thought of it, I don't know. But when I was chasing a boat, I was hearing the Miami Vice theme in my head. So I was like, yo, this would go perfect. It came out all right. I live a few blocks from, right, Herman? A few blocks from the beach. Either it's a 8-minute walk or a 15 minute walk. depending on what part of the beach I go to. But thanks, I appreciate it. And I had one person tell me this, maybe it was about a year ago, but I didn't know New York had water. I'm like, New York is
Oh my
surrounded by
God.
New York is surrounded by water.
Exactly.
I
Wow,
mean, if I go any further south because of the position of the peninsula that I'm on, if I go straight south, I'd run into the Bermuda Triangle because it follows the coast, the
There
east.
is only one borough in New York City that is connected to the mainland. The other ones are islands.
The Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Everything else is our little. Actually, New York is composed of what's left of a glacier. It came through. Central Park has mountains and boulders and stuff because back then they didn't have the technology to move it. It was a giant piece of a glacier that broke off that made Central Park. Manhattan is a glacier. The Hudson River, all of that stuff is what's left from a glacier breaking off and leaving pieces.
I did not know that.
Yeah, as
Well,
it
the
passed.
actual water is the land is just land that sticks up out of water.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all an island is the same land that you're standing on that sticks up out of the water. It's a hill.
It's all one piece of
A
land.
hill.
There's so much damn water.
Island is just a hill that sticks up out of the water.
In fact, if you look at, hold on, I'll pull it up real quick. If I will, give me a second. This is why I love Google Maps. If you pull this up, this is where I live. This is my area. Okay. This is the beach area where I fly. I fly from here. I'll show you. Here. This area right here, all the way down to this jetty right here. So if I zoom out, you can see the difference. It's well over a mile, but those are the areas where I like to fly. And then every now and then we'll go down on the beach. But the point I'm trying to make is, you see all this water? Everything in this blue area is the Atlantic Ocean.
Yep.
Okay, look at New York, look at Manhattan, all of Long Island is surrounded by water. Like Herman said, the only part of New York that is ground-based is the Bronx, New York. Even this is the tip of Manhattan here. All of this area is part of Manhattan. If you look as I zoom out, that's Manhattan Island. Manhattan surrounded, Brooklyn, that's New York. And all of that was left by a giant glacier. Or
Yes,
pieces
that's the
broke
story.
off from
I
a
mean,
glacier.
I knew New
It's
York surrounded by
actually
water.
there. The water is just what came down with the glacier.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Give me an hour, I can make you an OBS god, Lawrence. Geeks Vana, Sean, those guys needs that. We need to have a board and similar to you where we can click, we have sound effects. Where
So he
we can
doesn't
click,
even
we
want to
can
put
go
the
to the
screen
scene.
key
So,
in
Sean,
into Zoom so you can go live properly.
no, I don't want to learn that. I don't want to learn that. When YouTube gets their shit together, then I'll do it.
You're
And if
gonna
I
have
could,
to do it that way.
what happened?
You're going to have to do it that way. It's not YouTube.
Eventually, yeah. But
It's not YouTube. It's Zoom.
until then, hell no, I will not go. Hell no, I will not go.
All right. That's when the Billy clubs come out.
Yeah,
Police and
unfortunately.
riot gear,
And the tear gas and tasers.
plastic handcuffs. Oh no, you going? Everybody going?
And the tasers, right?
Oh no, they're not tasing you. They Billy clubbing you when you go down. You're getting zip tied and hoisted to the back and onto the truck.
Listen, I know nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. If I can't physically see it in front of me, it's not going to happen.
I saw when that happened to those guys over at the stadium.
That's where Paul went. He went to go get some substance.
Look at him.
What's the matter, Paul? Is there a brownie shortage or something? I haven't seen you eat a brownie in months.
Watermelon's good for you.
It is.
Okay. Actually, it is. It is. If you eat the watermelon with the black seeds in it. If you eat seedless watermelon, GMO, genetically modified organisms. Watermelon was supposed to have seeds, not the little seeds that you can chew or swallow or spit out. No, watermelon is supposed to have the little black seeds inside them. That's real watermelon.
I think
Any-
Paul will live. I think he'll be fine.
I'm just saying. I mean, there's so much genetically modified stuff that it's really hard to know what's real and what's not. You guys have all seen the lettuce being, you saw the lettuce ball being made in the water or the oil or whatever the hell it was. You've seen that on YouTube.
Plastic?
Yeah, the plastic lettuce.
It's almost impossible to avoid anything that's GMO these days unless you actively go out of your way to do it.
It is, and this is where knowledge comes in. All right. You can eat a GMO, genetically modified potato, which costs 3 cents to grow or make in a tube, or you could pay 30 cents for a potato. Most people are going to say, I'm going to pay the lesser amount. It tastes like potato. It looks like potato. Remember the Matrix? Remember the guy said, I want to taste steak and I want to be, all right, read between the fucking lines.
Well, we have the farmer's market. You can always go over there and get your
Yes,
stuff, all
yes,
year
you're
round.
right. They have plenty of farmers
Certain,
markets.
certain things, certain times of the year.
It's for that
During
reason.
the winter time, you have to know how to eat those things that were around in the summertime in a different way.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you can jar stuff, you can freeze stuff, and
Hi,
have
Logan,
it throughout the winter.
What's that, David?
Just saying hi to Logan. And Capture Life's here as well.
Stevie,
Yeah, Capture Life. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Stevie? Hey, Stevie, you missed my Miami Vice clip, man. You got to look on Facebook now in one of the groups you're in. I put it in 5-Borough. It was shot yesterday when we were flying. So you might find it a little interesting. I mean, I while you and Justin were talking, I was playing Miami Vice in my head. So when you see the clip and you put the music together with it, you'll understand. I basically took a trip and didn't let you guys know I left. That's all. So John Coopy, what's good, man? We're sitting here at 6:33 and dinner smells really good.
Hey, John, what?
Yep.
So the air flew good, right? The air too.
Yeah, I mean, it sits in a one spot and takes video perfectly for you if that's what you want to do. And that's what I did today.
Did you see that new filter lens you put on it to make it even wider, more cinematic?
No, link me that. You guys are I got to see that.
I can't think of the name of the company, but they're real famous. They make all the filters.
Polar Pro or Polar or something, whatever.
Wow. You guys want to hear something really stupid? And this is on CNN.com, so you can confirm it. A gender reveal sparked a wildfire in California that's grown to 7,000 acres.
Yep, I
Gender
read that.
reveal party. You guys are doing too freaking much just to show whether your child's going to be a boy or a girl. Stop it. Stop it. I beg you, stop it. What happened to the day where, oh, my girl is pregnant? What is it going to be? I don't know. I want it to be a girl. My wife wants it to be a boy. Whatever it is, as long as it has 10 fingers and 10 toes, that's all I could ask for.
I said that a long time ago when they started getting dudes to go to baby showers.
Stop it, Herman. Yeah, dude, they had that. I'm gonna tell you, my boss, his daughter had a baby shower for okay. I'm 56. He's
Don't
50.
laugh, John. Dudes are going to baby showers.
Hold on, John Coopy. You're soon to be. Soon to be. Trust me. All right. My boss, 58 years old. I'm 56. He was at a baby shower because they had baby shower games. 58-year-old man had to drink juice out of a bottle as fast as possible. And whoever did it the fastest got a $100 gift card to Best Buy or some stupid shit like that. Now, unknown to the contestants that were participating against my boss, he's a former alcoholic. He's used to taking any type of alcohol, beer, and just chugging it straight down. He emptied the bottle so fast, everyone thought he was a ringer and wanted to fight. Okay, so don't laugh. Men are going to baby showers and walking proudly through there, where you should be sitting in a corner cursing because you're not home watching golf or
Baby
something to
showers
that
are for
sort.
women. You have no business at a baby shower. You're liable to hear something you can't even comment on.
Uh-huh. And 9 times out of 10, if you're at a baby shower with your girl and your girlfriend's there, one of them may try and hit on you and say, "Oh, I was just testing them."
No, she wasn't.
Yeah, man.
No, she wasn't. That's what she won't.
What did you say, Herman? She had low self-esteem.
No, I didn't say that. I'm just I'm just saying
Look at David. David's just like
that's what she won't.
David.
They say that.
I'm just saying. That's all.
When your girlfriend or your wife's friend makes those kind of jokes, that's what she wants.
Unfortunately, yes.
That's what she wants.
But she still has low self-esteem.
Well, not necessarily. I mean,
I'm just saying. I mean, yeah, John Coopy. I don't know your present situation, but if you have not been to a baby shower yet, you have not lived.
I have not been to one yet.
Okay.
good. You're doing good.
Only be grateful because at one you may pray for death. Even though it's a celebration of life, you may pray for
People
death.
kill me with that. Men going to baby shower.
Uh-huh.
What you
Yep.
doing?
Yep. And you know who gets into a fight at the baby showers? The men. Because they're looking for an excuse to leave.
You know how I think that got started? That got started with the envelope shit.
With the what?
With the envelope shit. You invite men to the baby shower. Men are not bringing a gift. They'll put money in an envelope.
Right. Yep. Yep.
That's
You're
what
100% right.
that's what caused that nonsense.
Right. Men will not go out and buy the baby clothes
Cups and
and the bottles.
blankets
And that's what women do.
Yeah.
Women do that. And then you have the men, they come, they drop the envelope and the card and they leave. Yep. You're 100% right, Erwin.
Men don't go to baby showers.
Let's invite John Coopy
That's
and his
that new
wife.
thing.
John Coopy is guaranteed to drop at least $100. And
Oh,
if David comes, that's 50. And Paul shops on Amazon all the time. So if he comes, you know we're getting an Amazon gift card or a really good gift.
No, all you got to do is go on Amazon and start looking at stuff for the baby. Paul will see it.
Paul has stuff for the baby already.
After, like Stevie said, our baby showers are off the hook right now. You're listening. Thanks for listening, Logan Carpenter.
No,
Yes,
baby
hey,
shower.
how are you, man? You slipped in here. But anyway, I'm hearing dishes and stuff, and it's 6:39.
Mm-mm.
Diane, how is it? Yeah, okay. She goes, it's good, thank you. And I'm like,
Been going there, the food gonna be
I
fit.
know it's good. I know it's good.
The pot gonna be empty when Lawrence go in there.
Yo, you want to hear me scream from Brooklyn? Like,
Sitting here,
no.
breaking news. Man holds family hostage.
Desmond will be like, was that Lawrence? All you hear is a no. That sound like Lawrence. I wonder if he's all right. I'm just saying.
And I hear from Lawrence Martin like, yo, you know the dog got out and ran down the street.
Anamorphic.
Oh, free well, not
lenses.
Bro. Free well.
Hmm,
That's it.
That's the
Okay.
lens you need.
That's the one. That's the lens. They have them in sets too, but
Anamorphic lens for $40. What bird does that go on to? The
it goes.
Phantom.
It'll either go on the Osmo Pocket or on the Air 2.
Oh, get out of here. So basically, the Osmo Pocket and the Air 2 have the same camera,
Same
Same shit.
dimensions. Yeah.
same dimension camera. Now, see, here's false advertising. Create a cinematic looking view. You cannot create a cinematic looking view if you don't know how to create.
Okay. Oh my God.
I'm just saying. It's just, I mean, it's hard to drive a car if you don't know how to drive. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's an ND filter set there.
Yeah. But this is the one everybody's talking about right here, Jen.
Paul, do you ever use ND filters for any of your shots?
No,
I have a set of them. I've used them probably
2 times.
5 times.
You guys all just don't really use ND filters much.
John Coopy, don't listen to Paul. Listen to me now. Look into the camera and listen to me now. Ignore Paul. Get the filters and fucking use them. Okay?
Well, with the
Get
Mavic
the
Pro 1, it
filters.
was a pain in the ass.
Herman sent me a chart. I will send you the same chart, which will help you know when to use your filters and when not to. Plain and simple.
Which chart is that?
I'm thinking about the aperture chart, but I'll send you
No,
I'll
that's
send you
that's
something
different.
pertaining to filters, because it's just a matter of you being able to look up at the sky and saying, okay, today I'm going to use an ND16. Today I'm going to use an ND32. Today I'm only going to use an ND4 because it's cloudy. Okay. And you will see the difference. Do you shoot in auto, John Coopy?
Yeah, yeah, I'm a noob. I just shoot in auto. I
ND
let it go.
What?
Go
With
ahead,
that
man.
smaller sensor, you don't need such a dark glass.
Yeah.
I mean, with the Mavic Pro 1, it was such a pain in the ass to use the filters. Every time I put one on and off, I felt like I was going to break the camera. I mean, the Mavic Pro 1.
Yeah, because it was, I have that experience now. I have 2 sets of filters for my Mavic Pro. One is made of plastic and one's aluminum. The plastic one, if you put it on before you cut on your drone and it does the calibration, it does that stupid calibration dance to camera, it'll lock on one side. If I put the aluminum one on, it'll do the calibration and set. So
Right.
now if I want to use the plastic ones, now I like the plastic ones because they're glass. The aluminum ones, check it out, have an aluminum frame, but it's plastic. So you got to watch out for stuff like that when you buy ND filters. If the ND filter is not glass, I'm not saying it's not a true ND filter, but you get different results from using actual polarized tinted glass.
Right. Well, I mean, I feel way more comfortable trying to put something on and off.
Oh, here, you have a Mavic Air 2, right?
Yeah, I sold the
Hold
Mavic
on,
Pro
hold
1.
on.
It's gone.
Capture Light Connection has a variable ND filter. He puts it on and never has to take it off. Before taking off, I saw him do it yesterday. Yesterday, he has it on, and before he takes off, he looks at his camera and he adjusts it right there on the spot. Too dark, lighten it. Too light, darken it. Right there. Variable filter. Herman uses the variable filter for his Phantom 4 Pro. You put it on your drone, you forget about it. You don't ever have to put another filter on, John Coopy.
Perfect.
So,
That's exactly what I want because
yes.
Yeah, but
So
mine goes from 2
capture
to
light connection.
400.
If you can put a link to where you got that filter from, for you guys that have a Mavic
Yeah.
Air 2,
They probably have it right there on Amazon.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
still just put the link up because I always like to, get something that I know people are using.
Yeah, that's what you need. You don't have to
Cool.
worry about, you don't have to get a 4-pack of filters. You don't have to get a 3-pack of filters.
I
You
did
put
not know
this
such a
on,
thing
and
existed. So
he
I'm learning
leaves it
something new.
on. He doesn't take it off.
I did not know that such a thing even existed. So
Yes,
I've learned
variable
something new
filter.
today.
Yes.
Because the guy I just sold the Mavic Pro 1 to, I mean, I had all these filter. I mean, the Freewell filter pack had like a pack of like, I don't know, what was it, like 8, 12 different kind of filters. It's just like, I could never be bothered to deal
Well,
with
you
that.
have polarized filters that are good for cutting down glare.
Right.
Like
Right,
if
but
you
it's a
were
pain in the
going
butt
over
when you have to take it
water.
on, off, and the other thing is, again, the Mavic Pro 1 camera, that thing is fragile. There's just like nothing to it.
It's like, yes, it is. You can actually rip. I didn't realize this, but the camera, what balances the camera in the Mavic Pros are 4 rubber bands.
And you
Okay,
can
now
rip them out.
if now I learned this from my daughter who does her own hair. You take the rubber bands and you put a type of oil on them and they keep their elasticity. Now, what happens with the Mavic Pro, and this will happen to everyone who owns a Mavic Pro, eventually those rubber bands will dry out and snap. And it's because you did not keeping the rubber bands moisturized. I have a Mavic Pro, and I brought it as a second owner, and my Mavic Pro does fine because of that simple reason. But who wants to take the time out and put some type of oil or something on a rubber band? I mean,
Yeah, I didn't even know that. And you know how many people don't know that?
Now,
Well, rubber has a tendency to dry if it's not being used.
it's like a cast iron pot. You could get some of the best cooked blackened catfish and burgers and grilled stuff with a cast iron pot. But if you don't keep what they call seasoned, oiled to perfection, when it cooks, it's going to burn as opposed to actually searing.
Now, the Mavic Air 2 doesn't have the same kind of deal on it, right?
Not that I know of. No.
I looked at it and it
But
looked,
the Mavic
whole thing
Pro,
looks a
if
lot
you
better.
have a Mavic Pro, anyone who's watching this live stream, pull a Mavic Pro out and turn the camera upside down. You will see there are 4 rubber bands holding it in place like this. And I only know this because when I first got my drone, I didn't realize, but my Mavic Pro, came from flying a Phantom Standard and a Phantom 4 Pro. And I was a lot more aggressive with those birds because they're bigger. The Mavic Pro, if you turn too fast this way, the camera's like, whoa, 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 whoa. You know, what are you doing to me? So
Yep.
it kind of freaks out until it catches up or whatever. And so I turned it over to see, well, what the hell is causing that? And I saw that the drone that I brought used, we're not going to say from whom, but I brought a used drone and it's still working today. All right. When you turn it over and you pull the camera, there were rubber bands holding it. And one of the rubber bands had popped and was hot glued or reattached to,
Ooh.
yeah. So,
Ooh.
and you learn these things when you own drones and you look and you want to know what the hell is going on. Now I know not to turn my drone faster than a certain yaw, faster than a certain speed. Um, Even moving forward at full speed, if you take your hand off the throttle and you know how they stop, that'll make your camera go
Yep,
like
it's
that
that
too.
hard braking.
Yes,
Absolutely. Yep.
yes. So when I teach people how to fly drones, that's one of the first things that I teach them: throttle control. When I say stop, don't let go of the throttle. It's like you moving at 60 miles per hour and all of a sudden you come to a dead stop. Guess what's going to happen to you? Parts inside your body or something aren't going to stop when they're supposed to.
Exactly.
And
Now I actually noticed that the Mavic Air 2, it kind of takes care of that for you automatically. Like you can't, I feel like I can't really come to a hard stop with that. Like it's kind of stopping me from doing it.
Now this was the exact problem with Autel X-Star Premium. Anyone who has flown it or seen it before, it does not stop on a dime. So when you let go of the throttle, if you just go like this, it's going to cruise to a stop. Whereas at DJI, you let go of the throttle and it goes. So the Mavic Air 2 they may have took that into account.
It's
Hey,
it's a little more floaty, at least in my opinion.
There are controls to control that.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know if there was a way to set that.
Well,
You
rule
can
number 1
control
is
your braking,
when you
Lawrence.
go to stop, You're not, when you stop your car, you don't slam the brakes on, you ease on the brakes. And the same thing should apply when you're flying a drone. If you're in sports mode, FPV mode, whatever, fixed wing mode, you should be able to ease off the brake and slow down before you get to where you want to stop.
Yeah, don't hammer the sticks.
Right. So for those guys who push full throttle and then say, I want to stop and let go and talk to the girl next to and stuff like that, you're just making things harder for your drone.
That's actually a lot easier on the drone than when you slam onto the stick.
True.
Drone is designed to stop like that.
I know, because I agree with you 100%.
That's why the stick returns
I
back
just
to
don't
the
agree
0
with
point.
that technique of doing so. I
That's why
really
they
don't agree
made
with
it for
stopping that way.
stick to go
It's
back
like a
to the
car.
0 point.
It's like I said, it's like a car. You don't slam on your brakes unless something's in front of you or obstacle avoidance kicks in. So why do you what do it with a drone? It's the same thing. Even cars have obstacle avoidance now. You can go backwards at full speed and it'll stop, come to a screeching stop. It's designed to do that. I get it. But the proper way to fly that drone and make it last longer is not to make abrupt stops like that.
Right, right. What I'm saying is though, I feel like the Mavic Air 2 is catching some of my little abrupt stops. Like it just knows, hey, that person just centered the stick.
You see what Capture Life Connection said? I purchased one single variable ND filter, and I haven't had no reason to buy anything else.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do because I would like to have one.
Oh, he put the link. He put the link there. There it is.
All right, I'm gonna put this in my. Oop. Okay. That's expensive, but then again, it is worth it to not have to deal with changing a bunch of
You
filters.
won't have to take it off again. Plain and
Mhm.
simple.
Paul, are you thinking about buying another Mavic Air 2?
Yeah,
And
David-
that filter? You're gonna buy that filter too?
David's been talking me into it.
Well, if you buy that Mavic Air 2 again and that filter again, and you decide you don't want either of those things, let me know. Let me know.
Oh, here it is. Hold on. 6 to 9 stop ND by PGY Tech. All right, here is one filter. The one that he posted had
Oh,
two. Okay, it had two filters. Click on this, John Coopy.
okay.
PGY Tech's pretty good. Their stuff is pretty decent. I've had a few things from them. I've actually had a few
My
filters from them as well.
iPad cover is from PGY Tech.
Yes, and once you put that one filter on,
Let's
you
see.
will never have to take it off. You know.
Oh, that's much more reasonable.
Okay, now check this out. This is a 6 to 9 stop, which qualifies it for an ND4, ND8, ND16, and ND32. And like Herman said, because the Mavic Air 2 shoots darker and is contrasty, you'll never have to put it in 32. On a sunny day, the highest you should have to go is ND16.
That's what I've heard. ND16 is pretty much the most common one, actually, when it's really
Yeah,
sunny.
yeah. Now, I mean, now if you're looking directly into a sunset or a
Then none
sun
of that
or the
is gonna
sun,
help you.
then you would need a 32 or higher. But
If
this
you're looking
one,
into the sun, none of that's gonna help it.
this one ND lens, this particular one has the stops. So ND4 is at one notch. If you scroll down, ND8 is at another, and so on. And you will never have to take it off your fucking drone again.
That is great, man. I see. I'm learning now. This is good. I didn't even know such a thing existed. And you know, even to take it on and off of the, even if I had to take it on and off, I wouldn't
Oh,
mind that
he
much.
has, okay,
but-
he has the one that he has, but for some reason the link was too long. He has the Polar
Oh.
Pro. Polar Pro is a number one when it comes to ND filters. PGY Tech, FLIR, and those other guys. This one is $46.55 plus tax. So let me see. He said he could not put it in the chat.
Let me put it in the chat because I think I found it. I think I found the
It's
link.
the Polar Pro one on Amazon. It's the Polar Pro one. If you share, you know what? Stop. Hold on.
It's on the
Let me just share
website.
the
It's
damn
on the Polar
screen.
Pro website. Right
There it
here.
is. Right here. Polar
Okay.
Pro Mavic Air 2, 2 to 5 stop ND filter. Okay. If you scroll down all the way down to here, it doesn't show you. Oh, that's a Cinema Glass 32. Storage cases included, 16 coated layer, cinema glass. It's made of glass. And I stress that again. This is what you need right here.
Glass. Yep.
Yes, you don't need the plastic ones.
Okay.
September 30th to October 5th. They're out there freaking mind.
Yeah, probably have production problems.
Well, yeah, that's probably an issue, but that's the one you need. That Polar Pro.
I'm gonna add that to my favorites, and I will pick
Oh,
that
the
up.
other link that he sent was a combo.
Right.
Cover the stops, but this is the actual one he had. And like I said, I watched him bend down with his phone right there in front of him and adjust it, and then look at his phone, then adjust it, look at his phone, and then one last adjustment, and he was good to go. As opposed to putting on an ND16 and having to take it off because there were too many clouds or the sun's going behind, and you have to switch to an 8. You just click, it's there.
That is fantastic, man.
If you ever make an investment for a drone, I can tell you right now, you can never go wrong with an ND filter. And even more so, if you can get a variable ND filter for your drone, that solves all your issues.
Paul, are you going to be making this investment?
No.
No.
You want to ask me why?
Yes.
By
Why?
the time those guys bend down, turn it, tweak it, turn it, tweak it, turn it, tweak it,
He's
whatever
already
I'm
up in the
shooting
air.
has already gone by. That's why.
I get you. I get you on that one.
Those and they do some great stuff with it. I'm not saying, but it's like everything I can do, get it in the air and get the shots and then get back down.
Paul,
I
hey,
get
John
that.
Coopy. Paul shows up at the pier and he's like, hey, this chick is coming. Let me launch just as she's passing.
Yeah, you don't have time to mess with the filters when you're.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. Paul be pimping down there by the water side.
Because I know Herman and Lawrence are perfectionists, and they'll sit there and figure that shot out for 10 or 15, 20 minutes before they ever even go in.
No, Paul.
Paul, if I was in your area, those ships going by, they would hate me.
Paul,
Why would you
I
tell
would
them?
follow that thing for miles. I would shoot him from 80 angles.
we
I
discussed
would fly
this
over him, bird's
Paul,
eye view, all kind of shots.
before your
one
live
ship,
stream.
one battery.
Before your live stream, Herman and I were discussing this. We said, well, Paul just launched a video, right? And we were just brought up the conversation. Wow, if I was flying that area, they would know me by my first name.
They would hate me.
Yeah, they would know it by a first name. I would show you nuts and bolts on that ship that you didn't know were there.
And that's a small inlet right there.
The only problem you guys would have is this. Parked down here is border protection. Parked over here is Coast Guard observer. Parked over here is U.S. Customs. And those ships are in communication with all, because right down the middle of that river, you know what is there?
What?
The U.S. border.
Yeah.
And so I have to fly very carefully when I fly.
To make sure you stay on the U.S. border.
No, I can go over to Canada, but I can't harass the ships because all it takes is for one of those
Who
captains
said
to pick up
anything
the
about
radio.
harassing ships?
They-
I would just recorded Paul just like you.
Well, I'm doing it with a Zoom.
Oh, well, see, you're cheating. You're cheating.
No, he's doing it the smart way, so he avoids confrontation.
All right, listen, guys, I'm about to get the hell out of here.
At 7 o'clock.
It's 6:58 and dinner is calling. My stomach has been growling for the last 45 minutes.
Go get that rice.
Hey, John, that Polar Pro.
Listen, you guys have a great evening, okay?
Okay, Lawrence.
Take care.
All right. Good night, guys.
Later,
Yeah,
man.
remember, what about the Polar Pro?
Yeah, it goes from what to what now? On that Polar Pro filter?
I think it goes from, let's see, I have to pull it up here. Hold on a sec. I thought I added it to my, I think it's got 16 coded layers or something like that. It's 32/PL, it says. 6 to 9 stops is precise light control. Am I lagging? What's going on here? I don't know if I was lagging or not. I think everything's good now. I can't hear anybody.
Hello.
Hear you.
We're
Oh.
here.
Everyone's quiet. Yeah, I definitely learned something new today because part of the reason I don't want to mess with ND filters because I don't want to have to take stuff on and off and on and off and you know, like I was saying with the Mavic Pro 1, you don't want to do that with that camera. You just don't. It's just asking for trouble to.
You can't start up the calibration sequence with it on.
I mean, what I mean is the camera is so delicate. It really is. The whole camera apparatus on the Mavic Pro 1 feels so delicate to me that like to take the ND filters on and off, I hated it.
No, I understand what you're saying. I'm just they're all delicate. I would not put an ND filter on my Phantom with the camera on. That's why I said if you can't put it on during the before the calibration sequence.
Geek Savannah, how you doing?
It's gone midnight, Paul. So
Yep,
I'm
yep.
gonna have
I understand, David. We're going to sign off here pretty soon, unless John wants to keep going. But I think he's.
Well, I got my video. I'm going to be editing in a little bit.
Yes,
So
yes.
I got my X. It's got to go up. It is what it is. So
Yep.
I'm going to pull the plug now because
All right.
it's way past
Okay.
my bedtime. Good
Hey,
night, folks.
everybody. I'm
You guys
gonna
take care.
I'm gonna shut it down. Everybody have a great evening. Thanks for coming in.
Good
Thanks
night.
to Herman. Thanks to David. Thanks
No
to
problem.
Lawrence.
Good night,
Thanks to John.
everyone in the chat.
You got to thank the people in the chat for.
And everyone in the chat. Thank you so much for coming in. I was talking to Lynn today is the reason that most of us do this, all the hours we spend on here, is because we look at each and every one of you as family. And we know that there's a lot of you out there that expect or are looking to interact with family members. And so we're here for you. So with that note, everybody, John, Herman, and everybody in the chat, and especially my main producer, Lenny, thanks for being here tonight. And we'll see you all again soon.
See you later.
absolutely.